What's up? How you doing? Here we are at a gas station, but not just any gas station. This gas station has meaning to me. Back in 1991, I was driving a 626 Mazda, and I was having issues with it. I couldn't get it to go faster than 5 miles an hour. As a matter of fact, I drove 11 hours, and I got 55 miles out of that in the breakdown lane. And so I was kind of desperate for help. I needed to find a gas station, and I found this place here. It used to be a mobile gas station. It's not a mobile gas station anymore. And right over there, that building there, that was a bay area where they would fix cars. And I walked on over there. I parked over here. I walked there, and the mechanic was underneath a Winnebago. Two old people waiting for him to look at the see what the damage was. I don't know what was wrong. And I was waiting for him. I wanted to ask him about my car. And I was thinking, this is going to take forever. So he got out of the underneath the Winnebago. He came up, and I said to him, my car won't go faster than 5 miles an hour. Can you take a look at it? And he was very, very friendly, very kind. And he said, sure, I'll take a look at it. So we went for a drive around this area, straight up this road. And he said, I think I can do something for you. So I said, okay, I hope so, and I hope it's not that expensive, because I'm not full of cash right now. So he said, don't worry about it. And so I left the car here, and I walked on over there to a diner, which is still there, and I got a huge breakfast. I was starving. I ate the breakfast, and then I went further down. I found a hotel, and I stayed there. Had dinner there and everything. The next day, I came back here, and the car was done. I mean, he fixed it. So he told me, yeah, he goes, you're all set. He goes, I can't get it to go faster than 55. He goes, but 55 is better than 5. And I said, yes, 55 is much better than 5. So we got in the car over here, and we drove up this road, and we went for about a mile. And I got it up to 55, so I was satisfied, and I thanked him like 8 times and paid him, and it was reasonable. It was like cheap, so I was very thankful for that. So I leave this town, and I'm driving. About 2 hours later, I stop for a bite to eat, and I noticed on the side that he was sitting, on the passenger side, while we did the test drive, there was a bunch of keys that fell out of his pocket. Like maybe 20 keys or so, maybe more than 20. And I said, how can I get these back to him? I'm like way out here now. So I was thinking of mailing them overnight. And then I said, well, what about if those keys are for his car, for the gas station here, or for his home? How's he going to get in? So I ended up driving back to this town. I parked back here, and I went inside to give him the keys. And he wasn't here. There was another guy in there, and I didn't explain to him that I left and for 2 hours and came back again. So I just gave him the keys and left, and hadn't seen that guy ever again since that time. I don't know, he's probably old now. You're talking, 31 years ago. And he looked like he was about 40 back then. He's probably still around, but I don't think he's working here. So, a lot of memories here, and nice guy. Nice guy. He did not charge me an arm or a leg or a couple of eyes. It was reasonable. It's chilly tonight. So that's what happened, and I'll never forget that car. That car ended up breaking down on me further down in a town called Needles. Sprung a leak, and I kept driving it. I didn't realize, because none of my gauges worked, so I kept driving it, and it finally stalled in the middle of nowhere on a highway. It was hot that day, I remember, and I walked down to one of those phones where you call an operator and they get you help, and then they brought me water. Cops came with water. They left, poured the water into my radiator. Looking underneath, the water was pouring out just as fast. So I walked back down to that phone, and I tore my jeans, because it was some fence area I had to jump over. I tore my new jeans. I got on the phone, and it was the same operator. And I told her what the situation was, and she sent me a tow truck. Guy came with a tow truck, and he had a really filthy dog in the front sitting with him, and I sat next to the dog, and he brought me to the closest gas station, which was in Needles, California. It was a mobile gas station, and the guy looked at my car, the owner, and he said, I could fix it for you. It'll probably be about 500 bucks, or I could buy it off you for 20. Well, I didn't have the 500, so I took the 20, and that was the end of that car. So that's what happened. But this is where it, you know, got repaired, and it lasted for a while. Now the radiator was a separate issue. So, but just want to say that the mechanic here, nice guy. I wish I could thank him. If he was here right now, I'd thank him. But yeah, he got me out of a jam. Otherwise, I'd still be here. I feel like Marty McFly. I traveled to the future to tell this story. At one point, my car was parked here in '91, and I was standing here making a video in 2022. And time will continue to go forward.
Changed to Mustang. Changed to Mustang. What did it used to be? Huh?
So that's the building where the mechanic was with the Winnebago. Right over here behind me, there's a car parked there right now, and that's where I was standing where the car is, and I was waiting. Back then those were bays. That was a big bay. They kind of changed the front now. I don't know what it is now, but I was waiting right there at that spot, and then finally the mechanic guy, he said, can I help you? And I told him what the situation was, but that's where it all happened. Now I think about it, it's good memories, but back then I was like, I don't know what I want to do, because it's not like I'm close to home here. So this is it. But when I came, it was summertime. It was hot here, and now it's pretty cold. I mean, it's not crazy cold. It's in the 20s Fahrenheit.
That's cold.
But it's yeah, it's windy.